Hi, I'm Bernstein.
And I'm Marcia Eckerd.
And welcome to Everything Neurodiversity.
You remembered.
I know.
I know. We're talking today about something that's, I think, really important for people on the spectrum. It's called Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria. And it has to do with the fact that people on the spectrum are rejected, excluded, criticized.
Their whole lives, really.
Really, there so often that we become like a hair trigger. We become like we have radar for, oh, that was a rejection, and we go down a rabbit hole of no one likes me, I'm not good enough, nothing I do is good enough, and we can just sort of get stuck there.
Yeah, and then people think it's a very simple solution to this kind of thing. That one of my patients said, was told, you overthink things. No, seriously, he overthinks things.
Right, so think about overthinking. I mean, it's another layer.
And he does, and it goes round and round, and he gets into a disassociation, as he calls it.
Right, or just let go of it. I don't know anybody who's ever let go of something because they've been told to let go of it. It's, there needs to be, for anybody who's trying to be helpful, an awareness that it's a terrible space to be in, and that, some compassion and some reaching out.
Yeah.
And
when my mother died, I was told, get over it. Okay, that's simple.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's something that people get told all the time, but I think especially for people on the spectrum who have actually been told, criticized and diminished so many times, it's easy to get stuck in that space because when that person told you to get over it, maybe you didn't go down a rabbit hole thinking you were a bad person, but people on the spectrum often do. And I'd say for people on the spectrum, we need to remember that when we go down a rabbit hole of feeling bad, that's a feeling. It's not objective reality. We generalize it to be objective reality, but it's not.
Yeah. No, it's a universal issue, and it can happen inadvertently. This one girl was going from one class to another, to an art class, and to get ready for art, it took her 2 or 3 minutes longer than everybody else, and she missed the instructions, and she just felt left out for the rest of that class.
And left out, probably was a feeling that she'd felt before, so down that hole, right? Or I had a young man I was working with, and he was in a program for autistic students, and he was being treated, being taught to do manual labor and things. This was a kid who was college material. This was a really bright kid, but he didn't feel that he could be taken seriously and that he could advocate for himself. So he took this sort of negative self-view inside. And, and again, people get stuck, and we need to be able to have tools that we can use for getting unstuck, whether it's, mindfulness exercises, whether it's, self-talk and reality checking, whether it's some kind of reaching out, but to, help ourselves get out of that rabbit hole, because that rabbit hole is a space that's self-perpetuating, but not true.
And for the rest of us, we need to be aware of casual remarks that may have a real effect on the person.
Or if somebody is going down a rabbit hole, not to have a kind of, oh my God, there you go again. Thing, but rather to be compassionate and reach out, because it's not a great place to be, and we need to be aware of that and sympathetic.
Yeah, good.
Okay? Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.